details of Harlan T. Cunningham's life were difficult to acquire, as many traces of his identity before becoming an assassin were altered or erased by Gavin Banks. It is only thanks to Agent DaCosta's remarkable skills that we are able to piece together this profile. Cunningham was outed as homosexual in high school, which unfortunately ruined a promising wrestling career. He left Texas as quickly as he could and fled to Europe. Cunningham was recruited by the Brotherhood in Florence, Italy, under the leadership of assassin veteran Adriano Maestranzi. Sigma team attacked the Florence hideout in 2012, but Maestranzi detonated a bomb. 3 assassins were killed before the explosion, but Sigma team was annihilated in the process. Cunningham and I were the only survivors. Cunningham was last sighted in Rotterdam, alongside Aaron Schutt, a former mixed martial arts champion who also suffered a career backlash when he came out as homosexual. It is clear that Cunningham is mentoring Schutt in the ways of the Brotherhood. Although physically gifted and extremely dangerous, Schutt is a poor choice as an assassin. He is incapable of keeping a low profile and will compromise the Brotherhood despite himself. Recently, Cunningham stole a piece of Eden from an Abstergo facility in Rotterdam. During the operation, Schutt was charged to attack Abstergo employees throughout the city to draw attention away from his mentor. Although Sigma team managed to reclaim the item, both Cunningham and Schutt escaped. I will not allow Cunningham to get away from me a 3rd time. Field Report, Phoenix Project, November 1st, 2013. Agent DaCosta alerted me to a possible lead on the Koh-i-Noor diamond. A replica can be found among the crown jewels of England. However, the true diamond is a powerful piece of Eden and has been lost for centuries. Jot Sura is a programmer at Mysore Tech, a company working with Abstergo Entertainment to release a variant of the Animus headset to Asia, called the Brahman device. He's been associating with Siobhan Dami, the sister of Jadseep Dami, a known assassin. Could the Brotherhood be using the Brahman device to locate the Koh-i-Noor? Until we have more evidence, I have decided to use a local Abstergo strike force rather than mobilize Sigma team. Update, November 3rd, 2013. Jot Sura was abducted outside of Dreamland Studios in Mumbai. He was seen being forced into a van by Siobhan and Jadseep Dami. This confirms my suspicions. The assassins must be using Jot Sura's genetic memories to locate the Koh-i-Noor. I have authorized the local Abstergo soldiers to engage and eliminate the assassins, with instructions that the Brahman device must be kept intact. I am en route to India. Update, November 4th, 2013. I arrived in India too late. Our strike team engaged the assassins in 2 separate conflicts. The body of Siobhan Dami was found at the first site, but her remains were too badly damaged in an explosion to collect any genetic information. I found the Brahman device at the second site, but after reviewing the genetic memories recorded within, I am relieved to find that Jot Sura's bloodline was a dead end. The real Koh-i-Noor diamond remains lost to both sides. Jadseep Dami escaped, which means we must monitor this new assassin activity in India closely. I am closing this file and proceeding to my next mission.
It is 4:26 on December 13, 2012. Debriefing of Sigma Team's Cairo operation. Debriefing conducted by Abstergo psychiatrist Tibor Hashek, Level 7, and Director of Operations Letitia England, Level 9. State your name and rank for the record.
Juhani Otto Berg, service number OP-114-8506-B, Master Templar.
How would you classify the result of your Cairo mission, Master Berg?
I would call it a complete success. The new Sigma team performed admirably.
That's going a bit far, don't you think?
The target, William Miles, was apprehended, and the first civilization artifact was retrieved. Both were handed off to Warren Vidic without incident. May I ask how you would rate the mission?
We're pleased with the results, but not with the methods with which you achieved them.
I see. May I ask why?
You went off mission. You were supposed to apprehend the target at the airport, not at the museum.
When the target emerged from the plane, he was posing as a tour guide for a class of high school students on a field trip.
A member of Sigma team informed us you aborted the mission then and there.
I will not deny this, but tell me, who talked?
I cannot reveal that.
No matter, I will find out on my own. Back to business. The target was very smart, but also very sloppy.
Explain.
The target possessed advanced counter-surveillance techniques, but lacked the skill to implement them properly.
The target was trained as an assassin since birth.
I am aware. However, it has been many years since he was an active field agent. He must have been very desperate to go himself, as these days, he is more of a talker. A puppet master.
And what are you?
A predator.
A predator who defied orders because of the presence of some schoolgirls.
I prefer to think of myself as one who can choose the most opportune time to strike. The last time I followed orders to the letter was in Florence. That did not end well for anyone.
Was it that? Or did the students perhaps remind you of your daughter?
I separate my work and personal life completely.
Your daughter's recovery has been remarkable. I do hope her progress continues.
Please, don't.
I beg your pardon.
I find your attempt to threaten my child vulgar and unnecessary.
Explain.
Abstergo's pharmaceuticals have given my child a chance at a life free from pain. And I have at last found what I believe to be my calling in life.
And for that, we expect obedience.
For that you have my loyalty. The involvement of the children in Egypt compromised the original mission. Nothing more.
We already have one Master Templar that we can barely control. I don't like the idea of having two loose cannons out there.
With all due respect to Master Cross, while he is gifted, he is mentally disturbed.
We mean no disrespect, but after losing your team in Florence, we felt a need to keep a close eye on you.
I achieved all mission objectives, and achieved them without bloodshed. So my only question for you is, am I in command of Sigma Team or not?
As you said, the results were impeccable.
Then I believe this meeting to be at an end. I request permission to leave.
Do you have something more important to do?
I am going to find out who among my team talked to you. I will not tolerate that kind of insubordination.
I think we can stop here.
The briefing ended at 4:34. Transcript to be sent to Alan Ricken for security clearance.
Tamam, Japon.
Given the nature of our current investigation, I have been looking at other assassins who, despite themselves, have helped the Templar cause. The first is Clay Kazmarek, who infiltrated Warren Viddick's Animus project in Rome. He became the project's Subject 16. Kazmarek's rich ancestry helped Viddick to identify the Renaissance assassin Ezio Auditore as a person of interest. Driven mad by overexposure to the Animus, he committed suicide. However, Kazmarek may have unexpectedly become useful again. While in the Animus, Subject 16 came into contact with the first civilization entity known as Juno. Perhaps studying his bizarre Animus experiences can help us find a way to deal with the looming threat Juno promises. With Subject 16 out of the picture, Viddick needed a replacement. Desmond Miles, a runaway assassin, was captured in September 2012 and was used as Animus Subject 17 to further the search for an Apple of Eden. He managed to escape and uncovered an imminent threat to the planet. A solar flare similar to the one that wiped out the precursor race over 75,000 years ago. Desmond Miles also reactivated a first civilization temple in New York and used it to save the world, but it cost him his life. Abstergo recovered his body. In death, Desmond Miles became Sample 17, and his valuable genetic data was uploaded to the cloud servers in order to benefit all branches of Abstergo. Whether they live or die, we must continue to find ways to make the assassins work for us.
Once you go back to finish Shay's story, your life is never going to be the same afterwards. You should finish any outstanding business before entering your Animus.